Good morning from Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies, and we're here for pancakes and penguins. What a beautiful morning it is here in the Great Smoky Mountains. And today we got something special for everybody out there. Pancakes and penguins. So this is a special event that they have where I don't know if we get the pancakes or do the penguins get the pancakes, but I know there's pancakes involved. Of course it is 8 o'clock in the morning. So pancakes is a thing at 8 o'clock in the morning. And pancakes are a thing here in Gatlinburg, here in the Smoky Mountains. But the cool thing is we get to have a little bit of one-on-one time with the penguins. What do you think, Dawn?
I'm excited for the penguins.
I know, Dawn's been excited for this event. Of course, a big shout out to Ripley's for inviting us today to experience penguins. And I know one of your dreams is to go down to Antarctica one day and see the penguins like in their natural habitat, right? That also revolves around a cruise too as well. So, but the sun just popped up and let's head on into the aquarium. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. Anakista across the street. They still haven't got that gondola up and running just yet, but they're getting ready. They're getting close. So we were down here a couple days ago and there was a great big bear down here fishing. I wanted to see maybe he was out for an early morning fish. And that's one of the great things. Oh, it scared me there for a second.
It scared me too.
One of the great things about living here in the Great Smoky Mountains, being in the Smoky Mountains, is there's a lot of wildlife, you know?
Yeah.
And, but yeah, you got the mountain mall. The streets are not hustling and bustling just yet. But give it a couple hours after folks get their pancakes in them. And we've been to a lot of different aquariums, but Ripley's has always been our favorite, right? I mean, we do have, like, we went to an aquarium in Japan, and it was real interesting, and they had things there that they don't have here. But overall, this is my favorite aquarium. Ripley's Aquarium is celebrating 25 years here in Gatlinburg. It doesn't seem to be that long. No. I remember when this was first being built. But man, that's a magnificent building. So what do you expect today?
I want to see the penguins.
Penguins?
Yeah.
So you're here for the penguins?
Yep. Over the years, I have bonded
with a particular penguin. His name is Derby, right?
Yeah.
He's always like, oh, there goes the leaf blower. Yeah. He's always like come up to the window, and every single time I visit, Derby always greets us. And maybe we'll see him today. I don't know. We'll see. So what do they do early in the morning? They clean the tanks. Would that be a job you would do? Clean fish tanks all day long?
As long as it ain't sharks.
As long as it ain't the shark tank, right?
Or piranhas.
Yeah.
We're just leaving her alone, so.
Yeah.
Oh, the puffer.
Wow, it's just like being in the Caribbean or something, you know what I mean? So they're not open just yet. Very quiet and peaceful. Oh, there's the clownfish tank down there. That's one of my favorites. What's your favorite?
The puffers.
You like the puffer fish?
Yeah.
What about those sharks? Yeah. The sharks are fun to see. You don't want to get in the tank with them, right? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this is an amazing aquarium. Like, there's a puffer down there. I can see him. Oh my goodness. Just get the exploring a little bit today, huh?
Oh, yes. Out of all our birds, I think Tessa's the one who likes to be opposite of the most. She likes her people time.
Oh, there's a. It's like, how'd you get out? Oh,
There
isn't
he
that
goes.
precious?
So I asked them what they feel like, and they said it's kind of like a cat and dog. They're softer than what you think.
Kind of like hair, like a little bit like a hair,
Yeah.
like a short hair or something. Wow, okay.
Wanderer.
You've got a friend next to you.
Oh, here comes you.
Tessa?
Yeah.
Yes. Miss Tessa.
The Penguin Playground. I've climbed to there before. It's great if you're a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, where's Derby at?
He's got a lot of hair on him.
So Derby is one of the first ones.
Peter.
I didn't know that. I mean, he's always the one that comes up like to the window and shows off, right? Or at least to me he has. But there's Peter.
Look how free he is.
Yeah, we're table 3. The penguins here make their own art. Look at that. Well, hello there.
He follow you from over here to there.
Oh, look at that. So they're kind of like furry.
Like a cat and a dog.
Like a cat and a dog. He's friendly.
Yeah. He followed you from over here to that side of the window to. He wants you to film.
Well, let's see if he follows this way. He likes the camera. Oh, he loves the camera. Look at this. This is Smokey. Smokey's he's definitely not shy. I think he likes you.
Yeah, he might. Smokey, hi.
Yeah. Well, that's a fine name you have.
Look at his big feet. I guess they all got him. Oh, he's shaking it.
Oh, these guys are playful this morning. And then some of these guys just like to swim. Yep, just chilling, right? It's kind of like the day at the beach.
Oh.
Just a little parade this morning.
It was neat to see the penguins.
It was splendid.
Yeah.
It was. Now it's time for a little pancakes. Oh wow, it's more than just pancakes. You got some eggs, bacon, potatoes, breakfast with a view. Look at that. And they can swim right underneath the table. Just roaming around. Little syrup.
And you can actually tell just by looking at our penguins that they do live in a warm climate. So as they walk past or as you... Now our oldest penguin that we have, his name is Frank. He is 29 years old.
There you go.
Take one out of here on off exhibit for an encounter like this. You might hear them calling for...
Well, you're eating pancakes with the penguins. Did you ever think that you would experience that? And they're just roaming around. They're like everywhere, you know, like there's one over there. And they're in front of us and...
Feed you a plant. Now, if you watch them closely, sometimes you might see them turn their heads around and kind of nibble at that white spot there, and then spread that all around their feathers. They are actually secreting an oil from that gland that allows that waterproofing to cover their feathers. And this is just another way to aid them while they are underwater. Now, even their tuxedos themselves do also.
Good morning, Aquarium. The Smokies will be opening the front doors at approximately 5 p.m.
This is a pretty cool experience.
Yeah.
You get to interact with penguins. You can't touch them though.
A lot of information about them. They're African penguins,
Yeah.
and they spend most of their time on land. And they only go into the water when they want to hunt or bathe. So that was really cool. I learned a lot about that. What else did you learn about them? Other than how they feel, right?
Yeah.
They feel more like a cat or, like a short-haired dog or something, like a chihuahua, like a short-haired dog. And those two are mating.
Oh. Call the wilds.
I don't know. Maybe they're not.
Calling.
Okay. So yeah, it is wild around here, right?
Mother Nature.
So, Derby, he's the first born here in Gatlinburg. So pretty cool, huh? Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a tour, behind the house tour, right? Like behind the scenes. We're going to see what makes this place run, how it works, right? There's Smokey. He was crazy earlier, weren't you?
He's got a very bold personality.
Yeah, I was walking. He's following me back and forth and all that.
It's funny, when we do the feedings, we usually one person will sit where that last den is on the top, and they'll scribe. The person feeding kind of sits in the middle of where those two birds are and does the feedings, and he'll come over next to you and just poke you in the shoulder so he can get fish.
Wow.
Sometimes he'll try to jump in your lap. I don't recommend that happening because then he just tries to take all of them. He can be sweet when he wants to be. There's very few and far between moments.
Alright guys, we are going to now draw.
Were you doing kissing them?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. They pretty much own the place.
Yeah.
And there's Derby. There he is. Well, hello.
They were our first aquarium.
That one
Yeah, Derby right there.
in the water.
Yeah. Hey, Derby. I'm glad we got to see you before we left.
Yeah, those. Yeah, they are. They're all going to sit there till 10:31. Where's my food? That's awesome. I just need to watch them all. What a cool job.
Oh my goodness. That is cool. I didn't know that penguins needed jackets.
Yeah.
So, our first stop, obviously, this is not a behind the scenes part, but I do like to stop and point out Shark Lagoon here. This is our largest exhibit that we have at the aquarium. It is right around 750,000 gallons of man-made seawater. With that, it does allow us to have 14 sharks, 4 southern stingrays, 3 large-toothed sawfish, and 1 very elusive, very sassy green sea turtle named Sally that like to hang out in here. Along with our big animals, we do have right around 3,000 smaller fish that call this exhibit home. And one of the big questions we usually get with Shark Lagoon is, do the big animals go after these small animals? The answer with that is, for the most part, no. They are going to be very well fed here out in the wild. Fish, sharks, sawfish, and stingrays, if they are good hunters, they will eat about 1 to 2% of their body weight in a week. We feed our animals 3 to 5%. So we are keeping them nice and full. It keeps them from really wanting to put in the energy to actually chase anything down. So, you guys get to see the front part. We're now going to go back behind to see the back part of this area. It is going to be a little loud, so I'm probably not going to talk in it, but once we get through, I can kind of talk a little bit. our husbandry area. This is where the magic happens for our animals. If you guys look through that little hole in the wall right there, that takes you out to Shark Lagoon. And that is actually why we have these different tanks set up right now. Here in about 20 minutes or so, we are actually going to have divers going into Shark Lagoon to clean it. That does happen usually 3 to 5 times a week with a lot of our animals in there. Again, they are eating a bit more than they normally would, and they are not clean eaters. They don't really chew their food. They just take a bite, take it around a little bit, and then stuff is kind of left in the tank. So we do have to go in and clean pretty often. This little tank right here we call our acclimation pool. It is where our animals go if they are being introduced to Shark Lagoon or if they need a little extra help. With our southern stingrays, they are kind of our old ladies here at the aquarium, in all honesty. Normally, they live to be either maybe early 20s if they're lucky. All 4 of our girls are at least 26, if not older. So they are kind of, again, they're our little old ladies. And because of that, they do need a little extra help. We have noticed some of them are getting cataracts now, stuff like that, so we just have to give them a little extra medication and everything. Because of that, she is back here right now. As you can tell, she's ready to go back outside at any given moment. And usually, at least 1 or 2 animals will kind of swim up, check on her too, just to see if her buddy is still in here. This back area, kind of behind you guys here, is our live food area. So it's about 80-85% on our animals. They are actually going to eat frozen food. It kind of helps us with that frozen food. It is truly restaurant grade quality. So if you guys go to like Chesapeake's or any of the seafood restaurants around here, you are eating the same thing that our animals are eating actually. That is going to be
Shrimp.
where we can kind of, I never think of the right
Sea
name.
monkeys.
But sea monkeys that you have actually hatched out pearls before. So,
Oh wow, look at Wassies. Oh, that was a dory. Oh, I don't want to scare them.
you're
I
good.
don't want to scare them.
So, you may notice with some of these tanks here, some of our animals, they really want to get a look at you. Others, they do get a little jumpy from time to time. So with our quarantine tanks that we have, this is truly for our animals that we are getting into the aquarium. Depending on the species and the size of the animal and what exhibit we think they're going into, they will be in quarantine usually for a couple of weeks up to a couple of months. With our smaller guys here, it is pretty much until they get a little bit bigger and they can actually safely be put on exhibit without bigger fish pulling them or anything like that. But with all of our quarantine tanks, we are going to have these windows in the side. That is partially for us to see them, but it is to kind of desensitize our fish as well. Whenever they are in the main part of the aquarium, they are going to have a lot of people coming right up to the tank, possibly hanging on it a little bit. We don't want them to be terrified. If they get really scared, they can actually make themselves sick. So, by having the windows, we are kind of getting them used to at least seeing movement around them. The aquarists aren't necessarily going and staring at them or anything like that, but it is getting them a little more used to actually having people close to them. So, again,
Food prep.
about 80 to 85% of our food, it is going to be frozen. They do have a system for that big freezer of like kind of organization on the shelves and everything like that of where everything goes. But if they do need to use something, they call it breakout. It is truly where they have to bring the box out, kind of let it thaw out a little bit, and then they will put it in our kitchen area. You guys can come in the kitchen if you want. I will warn you, I'm nose blind. I don't smell anything, but it does have a funk. I It pretty much always does.
Oh, it doesn't smell.
And this
A little fishy, right?
fairly clean right now, actually. That's why I was like, yeah, we can come in here because it's not that bad yet. With our actual food prep, it is where this room, whenever it is truly time to actually get the food out for the animals, it does get pretty smelly. That is because we are having to lay everything out to thaw it first. So that is going to be squid, clam, shrimp, mackerel, mahi-mahi, a whole variety of animals. So I'll just kind of sitting out here really stinking up the place a little bit. Once the food is ready, we put it in what we call a camera. That is going to be for each specific tanks. This one is goodies, so this is truly treats for the animals. This is if we need to do a little something extra with them, we can come in here, grab a little bit, and toss it to them as we're doing that extra work. Turtle Sally, she is a menace anytime there's people in the water. She really wants to go and get in their space, in their business, do exactly what they're doing. She really likes to mess with ice. She also really likes to try and bite bubbles, bite fins, bite pinks. And she is big. She is a little oversized for a green sea turtle, in all honesty. Normally they get to be about 3.5 to 4.5 feet long and weigh around 350-ish pounds. Sally is, unfortunately, she's a diver. She is about 5.5 feet long, and she weighed at her last vet checkup right around 480 pounds. So yeah, she is a jumbo-sized sea turtle. And she knows it, so she definitely uses it to her advantage with the divers.
Oh boy.
It's Sally's world. We are all just living in it, in all honesty. Especially Isaac. She really likes to.
Would you grab me right here?
Yeah, I saw it happen.
I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. No, Imogene was pointing, I was thinking, okay, a truck's coming. And I felt bad, I'm like, oh, Sally, why?
She just likes you. She really likes you.
She was going after this. I bet you she was going after this thinking it was grass or seaweed. I'm like, that's not edible. Well, I gotta tuck it in my wetsuit now because I'm like,
Our most biodiverse exhibit that we have at the aquarium. So it is the most different types of fish in one species.
Ooh, it's wet.
Yeah, just be careful.
Real quick, watch your steps for me. It is going to be a little slippery in here.
So this is where they do like the mermaid show and all that. There goes a puffer. I've always seen this from down below. I've never seen it from up above. Oh, look at a little puffer. This is what the yeah, it's just a fake piece of coral, I guess.
Is our waterfall tank. This is where we have our river monsters, if you've ever seen that show before. These are a lot of the fish he was actually fishing for. The big ones, I'm kind of staring at you guys here, those are our Pacu. The silver ones are going to be the arowanas, and then we do have our red jaw catfish, our armored catfish, and then kicking a snooze right now is our arapaima. She is our biggest freshwater fish that we have here at the aquarium. She is about 8 feet long, but out in the wild they can get up to about 15 feet long. So she is only about half size right now. With the arapaima, she is the one our divers in our aquariums are actually the most scared of, more than the sharks, more than the stingrays, anything like that. It's that fish sleeping right down there. But that is because of a couple different reasons, in all honesty. The first one is she is a little bit older. She is also getting cataracts, so we do have to help with medicine for that. She does not like for us to help with medicine. Because of her cataracts, she cannot see as well. So when the divers are in this tank cleaning, she just thinks they're a big animal and she gets a little spooked. The other reason the divers are not the biggest fan of our arapaima is she does like to stalk them, and if you guys hang out around here long enough when she is actually awake, she will stalk you through the acrylic too. These guys are people eaters. They're not really, but there is a lot of stories about people going missing in the Amazon River because of those fish. They have a very wide mouth. It is kind of like a plane, like the back of a plane, where it opens up like that, pretty much 90 degrees. And they have a big head that is just bone. They have a very small brain, but that head weighs about 25 pounds, and they will use it to truly headbutt you. So she'll kind of stalk them, or and then we usually have someone out there truly just to watch her. Once she starts getting a little too close and starts lifting her head up and down, we'll tell the divers you gotta go up, gotta get out. She's getting a little too fresh, a little too feisty. She's kind of do something bad if you don't get her. So she is our number one animal that the divers are a little cautious with. The second one is actually Solly the Smokies. So it's pretty big right there by being down on their level. I will say with all of our exhibits, we are going to use acrylic instead of glass. The only glass we're going to have in here is for our amphibians and reptiles, and that's just because it's easier to actually keep humidity and temperature to a certain level for those animals in the water. But for all the fish, it is acrylic. This one is going to be about 3 to 4 inches of acrylic depending on where it's bending. But because of that, it can actually kind of change the size of the fish a little bit. We always say that the better way to see their true size is from looking up top. With this wall of the tank here, it does make them look about 15 to almost 20% smaller than what they actually are. Again, our mermaids are going in here, our divers are going in here, but this is actually considered our most dangerous exhibit that we have at the aquarium, and that is because about 80% to 90% now actually of these fish in here, they can actually hurt our mermaids or divers in some way. Left to that fin, those are our nice fish. The ones that have the long, pretty, flowy banners, those are the kind of more feisty ones. And they will eventually start growing that fin back, but it is going to be a lot thinner, a lot weaker, and usually those feistier fish will go ahead and just start biting it off all over again. Really cool. These are going to be our bleeding sea dragons. They are one of our most endangered animals that we have here. They are going to be found in just one area off of the coast of Australia. But the kind of nice thing for them is they don't have any natural predators. They are so good at blending in with their natural environment that there are not fish eating them or anything like that. They are, again, like the cousins, it is going to be the males that actually carry the babies. But unlike the seahorses where they have a nice little protective pouch, these These guys are actually going to carry the eggs on their tail. It is going to take a while for any kind of casing to go over those eggs to make them a little more secure. So whenever we do think a female is about to kind of transfer eggs.
The giant Pacific octopus, huh? Oh, and I love the jellyfish. The aquarium is fully open now, and that was a great behind-the-scenes tour. We've been coming to this aquarium for well over 10 years. And I've seen areas I've never seen before, you know, behind the scenes. And one of my favorite things is the piranhas.
They got sharp teeth.
You can see us. Red belly piranhas. All right, I'll be everybody. Electric eels. And we're gonna head down to the shark tunnels. Look at the seahorses. They almost look unreal. They're one of my favorite here as well.
He's got spikes on his head.
Yeah.
And he's a colorful one. Oh wow. Now we got blue in their tail.
Yeah. Hey, you see the seahorses? You know what's really cool? When the kids see the seahorses for the first time, they're like, oh my goodness, right? I remember having that same reaction years ago. You know what I mean? So you don't even have to walk, you can just stand here. Oh yeah, look at that guy. I think he's sleeping. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Oh. Just amazing, isn't it? And just think, this is right here in downtown Gatlinburg. You know, it always blows my mind. We were just up top, and we seen that diver getting into the tank. He said that Sally, the sea turtle, is pretty aggressive. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How many teeth does he have?
A lot. More than
But I guess Sally the sea turtle is more scary as a diver in here than the sharks. Yeah, that was the guy who Sally grabbed a hold of his
What's that
mask.
stick for?
Probably to defend off Sally.
Where is Sally? I'm looking for her. I want to see her. Oh, we got the hat over us.
Oh no, I think he's looking. He's actually spotting. These two are cleaning the reef, and then he's keeping the. See that?
Yeah. He directed him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you wouldn't want to get a little bite taken out of you now, would you?
No. Her hair's all blown around in there.
Oh.
Yeah, one guy keeps everybody away.
Oh, look at here, Don. Just keeping those sawtooth. Oh, there she is.
There's Sally.
There she goes.
She's big.
It's not every single time you come here you get to see her.
No.
She's kind of hard to see.
She's majestic.
She is.
Where'd she go?
To go hide again.
Oh, I hope not. Here she is. Let's see her butt. Right there.
Oh, there she is. Hello, Sally.
Hey, Sally. She's just as big as the shark.
What does she weigh? About 400? Was it 400 pounds?
Probably. I'm
Something
sure.
like that. I can't remember. They said it in the video.
Oh, look how big he is.
I think he's a grouper or something, ain't he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a glass boat.
I just swim right over the top here. Yeah, this was the site of a shark attack on the glass.
Look at the teeth on him. Stingray is huge. There's the guy with the wand. I bet he's having the time of his life.
Yeah, I guess he battles Sally pretty good. Yeah, it's tank cleaning day.
He's right above you, Will. Oh, he was.
Oh yeah, I do like that. I think they're called sawtooth sharks, right? Oh wow, it's a moray.
It's a moray. It's creepy looking.
Whoa. I think we're.
I want to see him puff out. I'd like to see that.
They only puff when they get scared, right?
Yeah. Woo!
And who doesn't like clownfish? Now, Dawn says that these guys can get pretty aggressive with other fish, right?
Yeah. Look at the color and detail on them.
Good eating. I always like looking at the coral.
Look at, he's hanging out on the rock like a mermaid. See that little guy right here?
Yeah.
He's just sitting on the rock.
The giant spider crabs. These guys freak me out a little bit, you know what I mean? 'Cause they're so big. They're like quite big. Well, let's go ahead and check out the Ring of Fire. It's a little exhibit they have here.
That's lava.
Yeah.
What?
That must be a new exhibit.
Yeah. And turtles. Look at them all. Well, hello there. Are you turtley for the Turtle Club?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of different photo opportunities. Easter Island, right? Exit through the gift shop. $20 for these teas. That's a really good deal. $20 for a tea these days. But kids will love that. Look at the penguins, Dawn. They're cute. Yeah, they even have a 250th anniversary tea for $20. But they have a really great, gift shop in here. And that's what we did today, the Penguin Playhouse. Thank you to Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies for inviting us out today. It was a dream come true to be able to hang out with the penguins. And they just waddled around, and we were having breakfast, and they were coming up between our legs and everywhere. And we learned so much about the aquarium that we didn't know about before. And we've been coming here for well over 10 years. We got a behind the scenes tour, which I don't think we've ever had. It was great to see how everything works. Also, there's a lot more that goes into this aquarium and keeping the water safe for the fish, right? And a great story about Sally. I guess she's a brute, and she beats up on the divers. And as you can see in the tank earlier, they have sticks, and they kind of, coats them away from the divers, right?
Well, she's almost as big as the sharks.
Yeah, and they were
saying just as big as them.
And they were saying that she is bigger than what she should normally be because she's in the aquarium and her life's pretty much protected, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anything else, Dawn?
No, it was just a fun day. They invited us out. They gave us a breakfast, and we got to interact with the penguins. We couldn't touch them, but I asked her how they feel, and they feel like a cat and a dog. They got like fur on them.
Yeah, So it was a lot of fun. If you would like to have a pancake and penguin breakfast, go to the Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies website. On there, they'll have special events, and there's ticket options for you to purchase tickets, and then you can have breakfast with the penguins. They also have a lot of other events too. You eat with the mermaids, right? Yeah. And you get to take photos with them. They say it's real popular with the girls, right? It's a kind of but I guess anybody can enjoy that. So on your next visit to the Great Smoky Mountains, definitely stop off at the aquarium. We've always recommended the aquarium, especially if you have kids. But you don't even have to have kids. You could do this on a romantic dinner day, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. Go to dinner and then come here. But folks, that's going to do it for today here in Gatlinburg, here in the Gatlinburg parking garage. If you guys like this vlog, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching these videos. We couldn't do it without you. We love you, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise, they'll take you to see the countryside, driving all over Tennessee in their little yellow Jeep. You can come along wherever they go. All you gotta do is watch the show. So be sure you tune in. Don, would you do this again?